the pages, take a peek. It's time to dive in every week. Hard knock, you got brains on fleek. Book of the week.
Today on the Hard Knock University podcast, I want to dive into a book that has been a game changer for me in both my personal and professional life. Verbal Judo, The Gentle Art of Persuasion by George J. Thompson. This isn't just a book about communication. It's about mastering the art of influence, de-escalation, and persuasion, especially in confrontational or high-stress situations. Dr. Thompson, with his background in law enforcement, brings a wealth of practical experience into this book, turning everyday conversations into opportunities for positive outcomes. The core philosophy of verbal judo is that words can be as effective as physical judo in redirecting energy, not just in confrontations, but in everyday interactions. It teaches you how to listen and speak more effectively, engage people through empathy, and avoid common conversational pitfalls. One of the most compelling ideas is the power of empathy. Thompson points out that empathy is the most powerful word in the English language. It's not about sympathy, but understanding others' perspectives, which is crucial in any project management role. He also talks about the strip phrase, which involves acknowledging what someone says without agreeing, which can defuse tension. For instance, saying something like, "I understand you're upset. Let's see how we can address this," can really calm things down. Another key takeaway is avoiding the word "but," since it tends to negate everything said before it. Thompson suggests using "and" instead to keep the conversation positive. Now let's talk about how I applied verbal judo in managing one of the most challenging clients I've ever encountered, Mike Coxmall, in chapter 3 of my book. Dealing with Mike was like navigating a minefield, but verbal judo gave me the tools to handle it. I used empathy to acknowledge his frustrations without escalating the situation. When he demanded answers I didn't have, I'd say, "Look, I understand this is frustrating for you, Mike. Let's find a solution together." This approach helped redirect his energy towards constructive outcomes. I also learned to use strip phrases when Mike accused me of not knowing my job. Instead of getting defensive, I'd respond with, "I hear your concern, and I'm here to make sure we get this right." This kept the conversation constructive, and by avoiding confrontation, I maintained control of the interaction. When Mike got heated, I'd respond calmly saying, "I appreciate your point, and let's see how we can work with this," instead of meeting anger with more anger. Applying these principles in project management and residential remodeling has been transformative for me. In dealing with clients, especially during stressful project phases, using empathy to understand their expectations and concerns can prevent misunderstandings and build trust. When it comes to team communication, these techniques can turn potential conflicts into collaborative problem-solving sessions. By acknowledging team members' viewpoints, you foster an environment where everyone feels heard and solutions are developed collectively. Negotiations, whether with suppliers, subcontractors, or clients, benefit from the calm, persuasive demeanor taught in verbal judo. It's about finding a win-win situation without resorting to aggression or defensiveness. Managing change orders, which can be contentious, is another area where verbal judo shines. Clear, empathetic communication clarifies misunderstandings and aligns expectations without hostility. And when it comes to managing expectations in residential remodeling, where timelines and costs can fluctuate, these skills help explain changes in a way that clients feel involved and informed, reducing the likelihood of disputes. So in conclusion, Verbal Judo by George J. Thompson is a must-read for anyone in project management or anyone dealing with people in high-stress environments like residential remodeling. It's not just about getting your way, but about creating harmony, understanding, and effective solutions. The lessons I learned through Mike Coxmall's project have shaped how I communicate, how I manage projects, and how I lead teams, making Verbal Judo an invaluable tool in my project management toolkit. So I encourage you to pick up this book, explore its teachings, and see how you can turn any verbal encounter into an opportunity for better management, leadership, and better personal growth.